Actually waiting. No, I am not seeing anything. Now it is coming. Okay.
Okay, so this is the screen which we are in. See how I had come here is file, tools. In this tools, you go to function list, and then this is the function list which you are coming in. You have to close this, press OK. Now, when you considering this order management, so we are just checking how the order works. What is the schedule date? What is the delivery date? How it needs to be filled in, and what is the corresponding shipping dates, etc. Purchase acquisitions, reschedule in, reschedule out, purchase orders. So those things we wanted to see. So for that reason, there is a order management super user vision France. You go here. In that, you go to corresponding shipping thingy. In the shipping thingy, you have to go to, okay, it can be quick ship, or it can be interfaces, or process deliverables, deliveries, SRS, etc. So in this, I'm just taking, okay, we can go to items. Items means we will be getting into this. But I'm just, we just need that dates, which it is getting used. If I'm having a deliverable, how I will deliver, within which time I will deliver, what is the scheduled date, whether I am delivering before that date or after that date. If it is before that date, then it is okay. If it is after the date of the delivery, then I need to do a reschedule in or reschedule out. A reschedule in means sometimes you say, I wanted to deliver it by 10th of April. Then I am saying, okay, before that itself, I could deliver it for you on the day of April 6th. Then you will come into reschedule in date. The date which you wanted to you delivered is April 15th or April 16th. At that time, your date had been shipped to that one. Your date had been going to out of that date which you wanted to deliver. So at that condition, you have to have a rescheduling of the dates which you had planned. So now consider I had come from that shipping, and I am having a query. In this query, I am saying, okay, order management. I'm just doing a find. It's saying, okay, whether this query will be taking a long time, that's okay. So I got some list. Now I'm taking that shipping transactions list. In this shipping transactions list, see here, then it is coming to this query manager source. Source has a schedule date, and then it will be to schedule date. What is that schedule date? What is that schedule date?
That is order schedule date. Order management I know very well, madam. Don't worry.
Okay, great. So in that you schedule a date. In this date I will deliver. But if you are not able to deliver, and before that if you deliver, then it is reschedule in date. If you deliver outside that date, then it is reschedule out date. Okay.
Like yesterday, that backward days and forward days, right?
Very
Same
good,
like that.
very good. Yeah, yeah. So here what we do is, okay, we are coming this orders. This order has a ship from and ship to, and from schedule date to schedule date, from order number this to that order number, and then from pickup date to that pickup date. Like this we do a deliverables. Now consider there are item numbers which are given, there is a order which are given, and then we have to consider, okay, from which location to which location, and deliver to where. And then you say, what is the organization code, what is the sub inventory, what is the staging process which you will take, and what is the line numbers which you wanted to do the deliverables. Then path to ship, path to trip, all those things you have to enter. So this is called as shipping transactions. Now consider like this. So this is one of the things which I had seen. So that is reschedule in, reschedule out, and then purchase. So if there is a sales agreements, okay. So here, this is the quote date, from which date you are doing the quote operation for this. Now in this, there is a purchase release. So in that, you say, okay, if I wanted to do which location, etc., I will be doing okay, and then I will be doing a submit. Then I can able to see how it will work and on what basis I had done a purchase release. So then I can able to see the different informations with that. Then the same way there is a sales orders. When I'm going to do the sales orders, I will say what is the ordered item, what is the scheduled ship date, what is the shipping method. So this one can change. If it is going to be changed, for that there are two kinds of ways, and then there is something like a pricing is there, and then there is a after pricing, there is a shipping date here. So here it is saying, okay, you enter the order type, etc., and then you do some actions, then you get into some way. Okay, so auto refresh is not working. Oh, okay, the record has been deleted. So there is a sales order, sales orders. So sales orders has all these dates. What is the date in which it had been ordered? And then we can just say what is the payment times, what is the payment dates, what is the sales channel which it will be used, what is your card details, all those informations we have to give. And so this is the schedule order. So in the schedule order, you can say order request date low, order request date high. Then you have to say ordered date low, ordered date high. Then you have to say what is the shipping date, schedule shipping date low, high, arrival date low, high, scheduling mode, etc. So you know how to do this low, high, etc., right?
Yes, yes. Okay, I know.
Okay, so then that one only I wanted to tell. Okay, now after this, there is a exceptions transaction which we have to see. After this, there is an exceptions transactions which we see, and before that we should go into supply chain. Okay. Now go to I think items. Items holds this. Items. Whenever you are getting into any of this like this, you can press this one. That is, if you have something which needs to be opened like this, and if I'm just doing a press on this, if something, okay, so now what you got? This is the customer item. In this customer item, if I wanted to do any of the details as open, etc., then I can just check on what is the contents in this. I can just put my cursor here, and then I can just put a right mouse button. Then I can able to see, can I able to see these details? What is the contents in it? So those things, that is, if I'm just putting open, and then I should be able to getting into the corresponding details of what is the customer name, what is the customer item, and how it will be required, and from where to where it is getting transferred. So those things we have to check. Then there is a okay, delivery. If you are doing a delivery, you have to fill out all the delivery details of it. Now, after this, we have to go to supply and demand. So this can be closed like this. You have to go to items, master items. Then if I'm just going to master items, I just take this one into account. So here I'm just checking, okay, this is my inventory. In the inventory item, I will be checking on what is the sub inventories, what is the inventory number, and there is a bill of materials there. What is the inventory shelf life days? All those things you fill up here. As per your yes and no information, you will be able to get different things. Like if I say inventory item trackable, then I can, if I have a control over it, shelf life days, if I'm just giving, field is protected against update. So if I'm able to change it, then I can able to change this one too. Then I can able to put this details. So these things you have to check. This is in master items. This is in the items. This is in order management systems. You can able to check the shelf life days, and then you have BOM details. Then if I need to change it to costing or purchase, and then if I'm going to do pricing details, I can able to check what is the price tolerance, what is the outsourced, what is it purchasable, etc. So you can able to see it. Then this is the receivable, this is the unit of measure. So now back to main screen. In the main screen, you can able to give, okay, what is the corresponding primary or secondary, whether it is related to item specific, etc. You can able to check. Now, now there is a okay. Now after this we have to get in here. Wait. Now I am sharing this. So in this one, okay, so what we do in this one, supply and demand. So when you are getting into this supply and demand, when you wanted to match one to one or one to many or many to one or many to many, these kind of matches you can be able to do. I'm giving you something that is the supply and customer who demands it. So I need to match the customer and the supplier. So for that, there is a way to match, which will be first in, first out, last in, first out. There is a certain way of pecking informations you can do. Then when it is giving this, pecking is done all the way. Okay, so all the way up to the top level independent demand and all the way down to the bottom level purchased component supply. Now pecking process involves, so I am doing a pecking process. In that, what I do, grouping supplies and demands into time windows. I take the supplier, I take the demand, and then I put into a window. Within this window, the task needs to be completed. So that is number of days. Then I give sorting supplies by time, pecking by demand priority or randomly within time windows. So it is as per the demand priority, you do the pecking or you do the randomly within the time windows, you do this. Now consider Oracle allows for 4 kinds of pecking. What is that? Standard pecking, priority pecking, or first in, first out, or priority pecking. So there are 4 kinds of things which are in the pecking. packing, you can select the option based on it. So you have to go to item master MRP planning tab. So this one will be coming in inventory. MRP planning always comes with inventory. You have to go to that place, and then if you see ASCP plan options, when you click on that plan options, you will say okay, demand schedule, and then you say what is the order date, what is the assign which you are doing, and then you have to give this display key performance indicators, and then you have to specify append planned orders lot for lot, all those things. Do not spread forecast, spread forecast evenly. Pick supplies by demand priority. Enable packing, that is in the MRP planning tab, you should click on this field, enable packing. So if you had enabled it, then you are able to do this operation. Then this needs to be appended with the planned orders. So you have the planned orders. With the planned orders, you need to give what is the mapping which it involves. Yesterday I showed that screen. After that, when it is going to MSC, use first in first out for all demands and supplies. It proceeds item by item and picks supplies to demand on a daily basis. So you take something and then you give a daily basis supplier to demand on a given date, and it picks up this it picks from supplies or demands on the next day. Then unpacked supplies are packed to excess. So what it says, I have first in first out packing. First in first out packing means who comes first with the requirement. So I will be just checking who is my customer first and who is my supplier first. I match those things. So it is a day by day process I will do. So if it is daily basis, current day, today, who needs what? I will check that required person and I will check that supplier and I will match both. Then after that, I will have one more day, that is the next day. If some excess supply I have, then that needs to be given to the person who demands it. Then I will see in the next day if anyone ordered product, then that person I will take and I will link both. Then this is first in first out packing. When supplies or demands on a given date are used up, means you had completed it. At that time, it picks from supplies or demands on the next date. The unpacked supplies are packed to excess. Means if you have some supplies etc., that one you have to consider. That is additional things which you had given, that needs to be considered as excess. But if there is a demand, you map it to the next day demand are also the supplies. So that is first in first out packing. Now, when it is coming to MSO, demand window size, there is a demand window. What is that demand window? I come into you. I'm saying I'm your customer and I'm saying from November 14 to November 28, you do some deliveries for me, you do these products for me, then I'm giving you a demand window, and that demand window, I will give you a priority of tasks. I will give you a priority of what I need. So that is a priority packing, which will be inside the demand window size which I had allotted. You will supply to me, then it is known as demand window size. Here, during the priority packing, demands are sorted. Demands are sorted on the demand priority within the demand window. After these demands are fully packed, the ASCP sorts all demands in the next window by priority. This is specified as the number of working days. So if I consider the 05 as the number of working days, the first window demand started to the end date. So that many days you will add up and you will give a demand window size. Now consider supply window size. What is supply window size means? If the supplier also, okay, I can able to provide you from this schedule date, from this date to this date, I will do deliveries for you. And that supplier also giving you a window where the demand will peg to the highest sorted supply in the next window until all demands are pegged. This is specified in the number of working days. So during priority of the pegging, that is connecting, supplies are sorted. Whatever the supplies, whatever the materials are there, you will sort it, and then you will have, okay, smallest quantity, then by the scheduled date. What you say, the highest priority demands from the first demand window will peg to the sorted supplies in the first window if possible. When supplies from one window are all pegged, that is all the things you had done it, then you check on the additional next window, and then you take some supplies, then you match it to the demand. So that is the supply window size. You got it right? What is first in, first out?
Yeah, so first in, first out. Yeah, I get it as a concept. If you had seen it in the screen apps, it would have been, maybe tomorrow we can see.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. It is about supplier constraint is also coming here, right? Supplier constraint, that is a capacity constraint. A supplier is having
So after we
80%
complete
only he
this,
can
if we
supply.
have time, we can see it. Okay. After completing
Yeah.
this slide sheets, because yesterday itself we started, we had not completed it. So today we complete this. After that, if we have time, we will go and check on that.
Or tomorrow also we can check, no issue.
Okay. So what is first in, first out packing?
It checks based on availability, and it picks or it attaches itself to the plan.
Okay, great. So what you are saying is you have a customer, you have a supplier, both you match. What is the supplier gives, what is the customer gives. Both matched, then it is known as packing. First customer, first supplier.
Yes.
If you match, then it is
Correct.
first out packing. Now, if after all this, if some more supplies are there, customers are not there, then unpacked supplies are considered to be excess. Otherwise, if you have limited supplies, but the demand is on the next days also, which those people can come and pick that products. That is, next day customer can pick up the previous day supply. Then that also possible. That is what first in, first out packing. Now, what is demand window? What is demand window? Customer needs something.
Demand window is, yes, customer needs. Sales order, generally sales order.
Yeah, so he will tell from this date to this date, and within that window you do the deliveries, then it is demand window size. But if it is going to be supply window size, supplier also has the priorities and materials and low cost or smallest quantity, and then he will give it by the scheduled dates, and the supplier gives you from which date to which date he will schedule the supply. He will give you the results. Then that will be supply window size. He can say, I will deliver you the product from November 14 onwards until November 18 or November 20. So that is known as supply window size. Now, there is a supply allocation window. Supply allocation window backward days. Like what is that means? The allocation form supplies to demands is based on the demand priorities within the firm supply allocation window. This window is derived dynamically for each demand. It starts with the demand due date and goes backward to the window size. But so in that condition, okay, if I wanted to supply you ahead of time, then I can give you the ahead of time also. So it is backwards to the window size. But if it is forward to the window size, you had come for the demand with certain necessities. I say after searching backward, it searches forward by the number of days set by this profile option, picking the supply with the nearest first earliest scheduled to the unallocated demand quantity. You say, okay, you are asking me to deliver by November 28th, I will deliver you by November 30th first, or something like that. If you do the supply, then it is forward days. Now, net all firm supplies before creating planned orders. Nets all firmed supply available in any future period before creating new planned orders. So all the things which you add, nets means add. So add all the firmed supply available in any future period before you satisfy the demand. The values are does not net firm supplies before creating planned orders. All supply types will be, this includes work orders, purchase orders, transfer supplies, and firm planned orders for these supplies. Only for work orders, it will be like a discrete jobs before creating planned orders. Only for purchase and transfer supplies, net all firm purchased and transfer supplies before creating planned orders. So what it exactly they are doing? All supply types this includes, this supply can be some working people you can give, so it will be work orders, and some things you wanted to do purchase, some things you wanted to transfer, something you wanted to manufacture. So these are all the supply types which you hold. Only for work orders you check on the jobs and what jobs you should be given, and purchase and transfer supplies, it will be like how you are doing the planned orders for these things. Now same way, multiplier to derive supply allocation window. So what it is, there is a window which had been given. I will be saying cumulative manufacturing lead time into MSO, that is multiply to derive supply allocation window. So I might do the MSO multiplication. That is, when I am manufacturing an item, I will be saying ahead of time how much I will give. So that will be multiplied to derive supply allocation window. Now by item. So multiply to derive supply allocation window. The planning engine pecks each item after the netting process. It begins with all of the item in the highest bill of material and proceeds level by level to the lowest material of the material level. So you take all the materials, all the items which are available in this netting process. But all the items from the highest price to the lowest price you sort out, and then you proceed to matching. Then it will be bill of materials matching which you are doing. Now, demand and supply are grouped based on the window size selected. Demands in each window are sorted by demand priority in ascending order. What you do is you take this whole thingy in demand priority. Someone will be needing it in urgent, someone will need in moderate, someone will need it if it is not coming also, it's okay. So there is a demand priority of the customer. As per the demand priority of the customer, you supply the things, and then that you do an ascending order, and then you get the details. So supplies in each window are sorted by type of this: firm supplies, existing supplies, planned supplies. Firm supplies means what? It is the firm, it is the manufacturing firm, which will be having a work order or purchase order or purchase requisition or receipt, in-transit shipment on hand. So these are all firm can supply. Now existing supplies, non-firm work order, PO, purchase requisition, these are all existing supplies. When it is coming to planned supplies, unreleased planned orders will come to planned supplies. The supplies in each type are sorted as follows: on hand, lot expiration date, and then quantity in ascending order to use expiring lots first. Firm by date in ascending order within each type. Non-firm by quantity in ascending order with each type. So the supplies in each type can be, you can say, okay, I don't need to manufacture it, I have it. So you say on hand, and you just supply it, and you have a lot expiration date. If that date is not expired, you can supply it. So that is on hand. But firm means you do by date ascending order, and you give it by manufacturing it. If it is non-firm, by quantity in ascending order within each type. Now, pecking modes. Pecking modes will have standard pecking, priority pecking, first in, first out, priority, first in, first out pecking. This we had just now seen it. So he's saying, okay, peck by priority checkbox. If you had selected that peck by priority, that one, if you had selected it, then it will be saying yes. If you had not selected it, it will put us no. Now, so now consider this. There is a sales order on hand, purchase order, planned order. So these are all the orders which are existing. You can say, okay, I have done this. I do the manufacturing of it, and then I consider from where to where, how much I keep sending, what is my demand, what is my supply. So if it is a sales order, it will be like this green. If it is on hand, it will be 05 you have. And if it is purchase order, someone had purchased from you 10, 20. Planned orders means it is 20, 10, 20. All these are planned orders. So you are saying, in the first day, I have these orders. In the second day, I have these orders. So these are all the orders which you are getting. And as per the number of days, just write what you are getting in, what you are sending it out. So those things you write. Now, when it is coming to this one, that is demand and supply have been grouped in daily windows. Sales order demand has been sorted based on the priority, and supplies based on supply type. Pecking begins with the first demand window with a sales order of 10 and pecks it to first supply available. On quantity is 5 and remaining is 5, and it will be with a planned purchase order. So he is giving this explanation. Okay, I am in this first window. In this first window, first window has a sales order. Sales order is what, 10. And after that, what I'm saying, pegs to first supply available. So here this is 05. So you match this to here. And then you say, okay, pegs to the first supply available, that is on hand quantity of 5, and the remaining 5 then and remaining 5 then with a planned purchase order. So the remaining 5 will be going from here, and that will be going to this. So this is a planned purchase order. You will manufacture and then you will give. So this is a supply, directly you give. After that, this one is combinedly it will go like this. You keep taking care of the things. So that's what it had been given. Now consider pecking begins from the demand quantity of higher priority, and then searches backward for firm supply, and